Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and there's my partner, Heather. And today we welcome Valerie from Illumination Portal. Val, thanks for being here. It's always exciting to have you here every month and let us know what we're going to do for the full moon.
Thank you. I know. I love it. And oh boy, I appreciate y'all for having me every month because I mean, to keep all this straight is quite interesting. So it's
I don't know
just,
how you do it. There's so much information.
I think it helps for her being here because she has to go look at it.
yeah. I mean, well, I look at it every day and I'm like, oh, I missed that. How did I miss that? But if we just go back to the new moon in Scorpio on the fourth. Was it the fourth? Yeah, I think it was the fourth. That was kind of okay. Here we are. We're still purging. We're still releasing as we're creating this new part, this new path, and these new energies. But what does that mean? So we've been sitting on that for a few weeks, thinking about it.
We have.
Yeah, and
There's been a lot of purging going on, particularly today.
Well, I was reading, it says it affects the nervous system. I can see you. Yeah.
Oh,
I
man,
just want to say
yeah.
hi to Perrette and Karen. Thanks for being here today. We love our time with Miss Val. She always gives us so much information.
Thank you,
It's
guys.
fantastic.
I love being with you. This is so much fun because it really does help if we go back and we think a couple weeks ago, what was I doing right now? Here I am. I wake up in next couple days, these last couple of days, I'm sorry. I'm getting this information. Okay, so 4-degree full moon in Gemini. So that means Gemini is across from Sagittarius. Higher consciousness and brilliance at the higher level of each sign.
Because Sagittarius is where the central sun is. Is that why you get that?
Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons, but that's what Sagittarius is known
Okay.
for. Is the visionary, right? The higher learning, higher consciousness, always wanting to know what's up there, what's next, who's next. But this is the higher octaves of both of those signs. Now we can sit here and I caught myself a couple times with the Gemini. I know it's building up, right? And your mind will just start overthinking. You'll be in overdrive. You'll have yourself confused before you know what hits you. So I was trying to stay out of
That
that.
sounds like my daily self.
Yeah, me too. But I was being conscious of it, and I kept hearing 4 is a foundation number. Stabilize the energy. So, okay, so what does that mean? Well, you have to have a solid foundation. They've been saying this a lot in my readings and stuff lately. The solid foundation is your Pluto, doing that Pluto, being in integrity, being honest, being truthful, being up, ethical and upfront, authentic, right? And then we put in our heart center and our soul center. And then you can create anything you want from that solid
True.
foundation. So they
That
kept
makes sense.
saying, yeah, and then they kept saying it's because we're gonna have so many good ideas. Or we're gonna go the opposite end and think we don't have anything. Where we can't we have no creativity is hitting us, right? But it is going to. We got a couple weeks, right? So let it come in, let it sink in, because this is not a time to really jump and act. I want to say that because the sun in Sagittarius is right next to Mars in Sagittarius. They're across, right, from Gemini, 4 degrees. Now over there in 4 degrees is the Pleiades. So if it's clear out tonight, some of us can see that or use binoculars or something. But that's that blue light. So the blue light keeps coming in. That blue light, right? So anyway, I'm sitting here this
Is
morning.
the blue light coming from the Pleiades?
I think it's one of the places for sure. It's known.
I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'm just curious.
It's just, I think it's permeating everything. But somehow
Right.
they brought me to that. and it's, you know, the seven sisters, and you can see the seven stars, and they're all real, that real glowy blue, that real pretty blue, you know. So
Hmm.
that's the first thing I thought.
Yeah.
And but again, it's the brilliance that's being dropped into the moon in Gemini. So now we're probably not even at 0 degree moon.
Warrior
I,
girl. Hi, warrior girl. She says it's coming out of Sirius and Orion.
cool.
Okay.
Sirius
That makes sense.
isn't Sirius. I want to say Sirius is close to Pleiades, but I don't know, because I know Sirius is in Cancer, Pleiades is in Gemini. So, and they're pretty close to each other. I
They
don't
are.
know for a fact anything. So anyway, that was galactic astrology too. I was listening to.
Cool.
We're so here we are. We're getting these downloads. We all know that it's constantly coming in from space, from the sun, and it specifically highlights the point of wherever this full moon, new moon, whatever it is we're looking at. So as we have this full moon in Gemini across from the sun and Mars, that gives it extra fire, right? It's already in Sagittarius. It's already fiery, already wanting to go, to jump, to
Hmm.
make a move of some kind. But that thing I kept getting was take your time on the move, take your time, breathe, take the pause, take the breath. Um, it also could be, let's say, for the external world, we'll probably see a couple of but arguments, disagreements in the
All
news,
right.
things,
Yeah,
some more of that stuff.
so
Um,
it would be good if we see things from a different perspective sometimes.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that, because that's what I was trying to get to. Because if we can just step back and not react, in those moments, especially with Mars there, and then the Saturn is in a T square with the sun and the moon. So he's
All
at
right.
0 degrees Pisces. So we have Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius in this mix. And tomorrow he's going to go to 1 degree finally. But in the meantime, that Pisces is that inspiration, that dreamy energy. Can be delusional, but I'm always saying for us individually in a higher vibrations, for us to move forward. Just making that clear. Yeah, do we kind of lose our temper sometimes, or do we do things, we react before we think? Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up. Just, we all have that tendency. I mean, at any moment, you know how life
Absolutely.
is.
Absolutely. There's always going to be something that can trigger you.
Yeah, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is highly triggering, and at the same time, though, highly creative. How do
Right.
we want to go forward? Because all that fire and passion, and then the brilliance of Gemini, and the, you know, Pisces in Sagittarius, Saturn in Pisces is visionary, like that higher ideals, higher consciousness, bringing that through and bringing it in. But we're going to want to feel productive and organized. So you probably might be cleaning, you might be, bringing some things together. Writing would be excellent right now, and especially
Okay.
if you want to release, do the write it out and burn it or rip it up. That would be good. And then,
Post-it notes are the perfect size for writing things down and burning them. They
yeah,
fold up so little. It's really great for burning them.
I like that idea. I never thought of that. I always
I
make these
use
really,
Post-it notes. In fact, sometimes I'll even cut them in half.
oh wow,
If it's like I just want to get rid of 2 or 3 words, I can
yeah,
write it in 2 or 3 words and I'll split it.
yeah,
'Cause you can pile a
I
lot
have
of
the real
paper up
little
with
ones
shit
when
you
I
want to get
visit
rid of.
those.
What,
that's
Heather?
what I do. Go ahead.
What'd you say, Heather?
I said I have the real little ones, like an inch by an
They're
inch and a
perfect.
half, and they work well.
That's good. That's a good idea. I need to invest in some, because as we're removing what no longer serves us, and we're bringing in what we want to go forward with, right? And our that Gemini moon is bringing in the brilliance. Now that Gemini moon, before he gets to 4 degrees, he went through Taurus, right? Jupiter, I think, is 7 degrees Taurus, 9, sorry. And wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. 7. And Uranus is 20. So he's going to go past Uranus, the moon. Again, this can bring in brilliant ideas, but it can also trigger shocks and surprises out in the external, or even even in our own lives, So got to be careful of be mindful.
I'm ready for some brilliant ideas.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Send me some.
I am too. Well, and then we have Mercury is next to the galactic center. So Mercury rules Gemini. Now, at the galactic center is in Sagittarius, so Mercury's in Sagittarius, but there's that brilliance being triggered again with Mercury. It's kind of the same thing. And that's that higher consciousness again, that higher consciousness information coming through the galactic centers. To me, it's very powerful the way it's set up, because you really can't make that up, okay? How these energies kind of just morph into this. Because, and then we have Neptune. Neptune's in a square with Mercury. They're both at 24 degrees. Neptune's in Pisces. So again, higher information, that higher spiritual creativity, that visionary stuff. Now the square, it just means you have this need to want to make a move. You want to do something. You feel like you got to do something to get the ball rolling. That's kind of that feeling.
Right.
So that's going to be pretty cool with that galactic center energy and Neptune. To me, in the chart, these last, since 2012, Neptune always represents spirit to me, but since he entered Pisces in 2012, it's really about us moving into the spiritually based society that we're creating. So
it's a community that we're working in.
Yeah.
Beautiful community. Hi, Laurie Hutsinger.
I'm so grateful. I love everybody's energy. Come in here. It's just so beautiful. I know. And so we have that.
It's interesting, though, to see that you said since 2012 that community is being built all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Community really has become important to so many people now. So that's fascinating.
Yeah. And finding your tribe community too.
Yes.
Right?
Look
it's
at
so
us.
important.
Yeah.
I mean, what was this? This is around 2016, 17, 18 when I first started getting to watch Ali and Susan Lynn and Linda G. But we can see as Neptune was moving higher in degree of Pisces, that delusion was really showing itself out in the external world, where people are to the point where they want to take others' rights away. Like it's so. Here we go. So but I feel it's because we're being guided to see who's who. If I can see your heart and I can relate to you and you're part of my tribe and all these beautiful people, we can feel each other. Do you know what I mean? And
yes.
So I can feel those that, and no shade on anybody, but I can feel who I don't need to be hanging out with too.
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
And it's just, hopefully everyone will be, this next couple years is going to be really about awakening, because that Neptune, it's next year. He's at 24 now. He's going to stop there's only 29 degrees,
right?
0 to 29 in the charts. And he's going to stop at 29 to 28:59 and retrograde. So right as he's about to change into Aries, he's going to stop and go back.
And for how long?
for a few months. So
Okay.
it's gonna is but see that then when he does go direct, he and Saturn together are going to cross into Aries together. That never happens where two outer planets change signs at the same time to the same planet.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure it has, but I've never seen it. So that's going to be powerful to me. That's when we know we're in this higher consciousness, spiritual realm that we're all creating. You know, it's just that being heart centered, soul centered. I'm not talking religion. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Being a higher harmony, peace, all that stuff. But until then, we're going to go through each new moon and each full moon and every other aspect. And we still have Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter in retrograde. Chiron also. Chiron's going to go direct on December 4th. I think Neptune's right around there. And then Jupiter goes stations direct on New Year's Eve. So this tells me a good New Year's Eve. This is going to be really
It's going to
good.
be a big one.
Yeah. So it's going to feel different because the last few haven't felt like, it hasn't even felt like a holiday, really, you know, and or time change. And I mean, it really technically isn't the new year, but we're going to go along with the calendar we all use right now. So that's going to be nice. And then Uranus will go direct the last week of January. Now, when Pluto's going to go into Aquarius January 20th. As he goes into Aquarius on the 20th, the sun moves into Aquarius. So the sun and Pluto together are going to go into Aquarius. That's going to be a really powerful, pivotal moment, you know. So
in what way?
I think for humanity, I think for freedom, I think for definitely it's Aquarian, you know, all those Aquarian energies of everybody having a seat at the table, everybody having
Lovely.
a voice. Yeah, everybody matters under Aquarius. So when Saturn and Pluto's already about integrity, truth, authentic, authenticity, being ethical, being honest, and then you add in the Aquarian traits of his overall is freedom, the
Right.
freedom to be who you are, you know, without to live. Like a lot of people don't have the chance to live. They're just
You're
trying
right.
to stay in survival mode, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember many years being in survival mode.
me too.
Sure.
Me too. I'm so grateful.
I am so grateful I'm not.
Me
Yes.
either. And I just want, and I truly do want everyone to be in a space of being able to breathe without all that pressure bearing down on you, you know.
Mhm.
Now, it's not going to happen overnight, right? But it is to me, that's the start. That's the start. We're in the, going into the age of Aquarius, and we're just going to keep building up, building up. Well, we're doing that right now. Right now, we're being
Right.
asked to really go inside. What's your brilliance? What brings you joy? You know, Venus, even though she's in Libra, she's in Libra now, still taking her time. But her thing has been, since she's been in Leo, was do what you love and value. Only focus on those things.
Right.
Don't let your energy be siphoned off away from you from the external, from the news, from the things that are not benefiting you or humanity. You know.
Mhm.
So she's over there with the South Node. That's the one thing I wanted to bring up again. That's a good release point. So if you're writing a list tonight and burning it, see Venus taking it away. Let it burn with the South Node. South Node
Yes.
what we're masters in, and we're pretty. Humanity's got a lot of good points, but we have so much that's twisted. That's not in everyone's favor. It's not for everyone to have a
It's
seat
good
at the
for humanity, for sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
table. So
Yeah.
that's what did I put over? Yeah, release. So that and overnight. Well, it could have happened anytime today, and it could happen anytime, even after the new moon. I mean, the full moon goes to uh, full. That Uranus influence is big because that is innovation. That is Aquarius. Right?
Right.
Aquarius is going to innovate and think outside the box and create these visions. Like, why can't everyone be free? Why can't everyone, be included in whatever way? So, and we're ahead of the curve. So might as well start sooner the better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And let's see, yeah, that we just have it's a really nice chart, even though there's all these squares in there. But the squares are just to be mindful of. If you get triggered, remind yourself.
Right.
Let me just take a pause here and know that we are just constantly evolving, and as you think a higher thought in higher consciousness, it ripples out to the rest of the world. You know,
Yes.
Mhm.
so when we send love out, right? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Heather.
Well, I was going to say, I think we're going to get a lot more information too
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
the way things are going.
Yeah, we are. Especially, well, that Gemini and that Sagittarius do bring in a lot of information. And I do feel, I think it's going to happen before Pluto goes into Aquarius. I feel that there's going to be a lot of information released, and that is going to unite humanity on
Interesting.
some level. I don't know what it is. I feel it's going to open up. It's going to be pretty disturbing. It's going to open up a can of worms, but at the same time, it's going to
That
unite.
sounds like disclosure. That's what it sounds like to me. What it feels like is disclosure.
Mm,
It's
ET
either that or
disclosure.
political.
Because ET
hmm
disclosure is going to freak a lot of people out.
Yeah, it is, but it's going to be so cool.
And a lot of it's not so much, but
Yeah,
I wonder if that's what it is.
I don't know. I don't know. Is anyone else feeling that? And I feel it. It's kind of just always under there. It's like something's coming feeling. But I don't feel it's devastating or bad. I just feel it's the Uranus part of it, right? The shocking.
I just used my pendulum and I got the major ET um,
Where's my-
reveal in the next 6 months.
I would say, yeah, it will change our perspective.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's a big deal, but I don't think it will.
I don't know what kind of disclosure. I just said disclosure in the next 6
Mhm.
months.
It just feels like something. I don't know.
I've been feeling like something big's getting ready to happen. I just don't
Yeah.
know.
And I don't like to say it, but I mean, maybe we should say it. Maybe we should, so we bring it in. Like
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
yeah.
But
I want
you talk
everyone.
about bringing in tornado, the fact that we're going to have more volcanoes, not you in particular, but
Yeah.
because the light that's hitting the earth, we're having more volcanoes, more earth issues, more earthquakes and that sort of thing. So it seems like we focus on those instead of some
Yeah,
other
it's
things
energy
that
shifts.
might not be bad. It might be good rather than bad. Hi,
Yeah.
Cherie.
I feel it's gonna
Leslie.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it may change our perspective on things, but I don't think that it's going to harm us,
Right.
sort of, you know?
No, I don't think there's any harm in it whatsoever. I just think it's going to change a lot of perspectives.
Mhm.
And I just want, all of humanity to unite. I know you know, that's a big
I've been
word.
wishing for world peace
Yeah,
forever,
yeah,
forever. And every time I used to hear it on, remember how you used to always hear on like
Miss America,
Miss America pageant, and they always said, "And what's your biggest wish?" And they always said world peace,
world
and I'm
peace.
like, "But that's it. That is the biggest thing. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
yeah,
It's not stupid.
no, it's not.
It's what we're here for." No wonder
Yes,
we've all wanted it for so long because that's who we are and why we're here,
right. And your
to
heart
bring it
center,
in.
soul energy. I would love it if everyone could feel, self love and acceptance, because once you do that, you don't treat others in any other way. But
You're right. It's easier to be compassionate about others and their lives and their foibles or the things you don't like about them. You know what? Once you accept all those things you don't like about yourself,
it's easier. Yeah,
stuff is nothing.
uh,
It's
yeah,
like,
and I know you mentioned it, but because it says there's no longer you and me, it's always us.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's just beautiful. Oh, imagine living in peace and harmony. That's what I've always seen that, even as a kid. And I
mhm.
would always be told, "Get your head out of the clouds, get in reality," and I'd be like, "What? Whose reality are we talking about?" It just, it's
And
so,
now we know we create our own reality. So
yeah,
yeah,
Well,
I'm
exactly.
creating world
Yes.
peace. How
And
about
you
you,
do have
ladies?
to look at things from different perspectives in order to really understand them.
exactly. And and remember, okay, because this is kind of one of those things that are hitting us too with the squares, is that your self worth comes up. I get this a lot, you know. Uh, who am I to who am I to say anything?
Yeah.
Sometimes, but I always hear just keep going forward, So it is about. It takes a while. You got to think. It's been lifetimes, thousands of years, thousands of lifetimes that we've been under in this solar system on Earth,
Mhm.
where we've been under a patriarchal rule, where everything is backwards. Nothing is love based. It's always profit based.
Well,
And
isn't that 26,000 years in Pisces or 2,600 years in Pisces created that materialism and greed? Isn't that the
oh
lower vibration of Pisces?
yeah, well, just think before that, the Aries, the age of
Yeah.
Aries, the age of. I mean, they were all pretty brutal. The last golden age was the age of Leo. So Aquarius is across on the wheel, right, of Leo. But I mean, the damage that we have endured, have witnessed, so it takes a while for us to really believe in our worth, or
Yes.
others' worth, or self love and acceptance. I like what's Word Girl saying. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
warrior girl.
self acceptance, what did I write here? Uh, oh, this was coming in hard too. The neural network as Gemini, right? We get this, the brilliance comes in, and we become, we get creative. We want to uh, create. I'm sorry, I can't
We
put
want
my
to
word.
create.
We want to create. But the neural networks, right, are really getting pinged, boom, 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 once that moon is there. And you think about it, that's the Gemini's the mind, right? Twins, both hemispheres of the brain. And they kind of, do that hemi syncing, like cross your hands. That's how you get the information to come in and really solidify into you. But it's the moon. The moon rules our emotions, rules our heart. So we're kind of connecting all of these, the heart, the emotions, and the
All the
brilliance.
dots.
Yeah. So, and with Sagittarius over there with Sun and Mars, you want to learn that, you want to do that. Mars is there to do it. That's what you want to use Mars for. Hey,
Right.
let's research this, or let's look up this, or let's make this, and that's where Mars comes in handy on the higher end,
Right.
instead of the violent end. Um, uh, okay, I talked about the short fuse. What else? Okay, and we are alchemizing our mindsets,
We're
right?
what?
Alchemizing our mindsets, like we're leveling up our um, not only our intelligence and what we're learning, but how to implement it into to our to what it is that we're creating for this new
To
path
integrate it. Integrate it. Okay.
in these new energies, because we're on this new part of the journey, right? But we haven't been here before, or at least not in a long, long time, thousands of years, where we have um, had the ability. I mean, think about it. When's the last time a lot of us uh, weren't even free in most lifetimes? Even in royalty, really wasn't free.
No, not if you were a woman.
Right. So it's kind of hard to say, oh, wow. I know I've caught myself doing this. Well, I can do anything I want. And then I go, oh my God, the the massiveness of that statement.
Hmm.
Like, well, what does that mean? Who are you? And then who are you comes in, right? And who do you think you are? So
True.
we got to keep working through it. And that's why we always come out and hang out with each other. And we're very inspiring energies coming through.
Oh, I love that. I love inspiring energy. I think we
Hmm.
can all use it, especially this time of year when you're so busy with holiday
Yeah.
things that you have to do, to get prepared and all of that. It's very stressful. So if you can take time and away from it, that's a good thing.
I haven't even thought about it, the holidays. And now I feel bad. See, I always feel guilty. Then that'll come in. Oh, you never do anything. But I'm a
Well, if you
Yule.
never do anything, you must not want to do anything. If you want to do something, then go do it.
I
If you
know.
don't, that's okay too.
I
I
know.
am a decorating fool when it comes to Christmas. I
I,
adore. My house looks like elves threw up on it. I
oh, I
just
love it.
love it. And I don't do it, all the time, and all the holidays, but for Christmas, that's a big one for me.
Mhm.
It's got to be visible from space.
I love the decorations and the lights. I do. That's my
I do
favorite part.
too.
And I love the tree. I
But I
like the
also have somebody to put them up for me. I don't have to do it all by myself either.
oh,
And that
nice.
makes a big difference
Yeah.
when you have help. I
Yeah.
mean, kids not going to help. You know what I mean? Kids don't help. They're not interested in doing that sort of stuff.
No, I always like the little Charlie Brown trees too. I buy the ugliest, well, would consider the
They
ugliest
need love too, don't they?
too.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go buy one this week. I really do want to have one. I haven't bought a couch yet, but we're getting there. So we're gonna go are the universal colors.
I don't
Yeah,
own the couch.
you
I don't own
don't?
the couch either. I just have big, comfortable chairs. I don't have
Nice.
room for a couch in my living area. It's too tiny.
Yeah, it's a couch and probably nothing else, or get a couple
Pretty much.
chairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it would be for, a couch
Yeah,
and nothing
and
else,
nothing
or,
else.
yeah.
I have the same space, so I understand. It is something though. Because of that New Year's Eve is going to have Jupiter involved. I just think it's going to be a good. I'm going to do something little. I have to leave out of town for a little bit, so I'm not going to really. I'll be doing it at the last minute when I get back, probably.
So, when are you going to go see your mom?
She's coming on the 29th, coming in,
Good.
and then we're driving like an hour to the place in North Carolina. She's looking for a home to buy
Lovely.
a house. So, and we'll be there for like 8 days, 9 days. So I'm still not going to get caught up. But I did buy some things to decorate. So, I mean, for my room, not for Christmas. I have some Christmas stuff.
Right.
So you're already decorated for Christmas? Well, you probably
I
did
just
that.
started today.
Oh,
We wait till after Thanksgiving.
I always wait till after Thanksgiving. I usually start the day after Thanksgiving, but this year it was a little slower.
yeah.
It's taken me 2 days instead to get started. I have an 11-foot snowman outside.
Oh, cool.
He's the first. I think I have, what, a dozen more to put up, Heather? How
Something
many
like that.
blow-ups did we have?
Yeah.
A ton.
Enough to cover the whole front fence
Yeah.
and some of the porch.
You must
And
have
on
a
the
lot
porch.
of space. You have a lot of front yard space to have that many. My goodness.
No, she
Yeah.
just puts it on the porch as well as in front. So it's
Yeah.
double.
It
It's
goes in front,
like
of the
3
fence
layers.
and on the porch.
3 layers.
Yeah, I have a 6-foot tree. I think it's 6-foot tree right now that's on the front porch.
Oh,
I did
cool.
put that up, and then the snowman out on the. It's by the gate, so he's like, "Hello, welcome to Priscilla's house."
You need to put some pictures on your community page.
I will, as soon as we get decorated. I'll put some pictures up.
That's
It's
gonna
fun.
be so cool.
Yeah.
See,
I have my apartment door decorated, but that's my Christmas tree.
It's
I'm
cute.
with you. Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm just gonna. If I get a little tree, I don't know. I'm not gonna even think about it because
See, I don't know if I'm going to put a tree up because I'm leaving town on the 15th, so I'm not real sure that I'll do
Oh,
a tree. But the outside will definitely be done.
how long are you going away for?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I go stay with my family, go to Colorado, and I'm going to visit Heather.
Oh, that'll be so much fun. That'll
I
be
know.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Colorado and Christmas, it's got to be beautiful.
It is.
Well, yeah, and then we're all gonna visit Molly Brown's house because her house is right behind my apartment.
The unsinkable Molly Brown. Do you know who she is? She survived the Titanic.
I've heard of
And the
her.
Colorado River.
Yeah,
And she was very political. She's very much for women's rights.
she was a suffragette for sure.
Mm-hmm. My grandmother, what my great no, it was my grandmother. No, it was a great somebody. Did you have anyone that was a suffragette in your
That I'm
lineage?
aware of.
I know. I know. I want to say it's my grandmother, but
Might have been.
all of these, I mean, look, that was only. Well, when did women get the right to vote? 60?
No,
Was that the civil rights, or was it before that?
Oh,
that was
before
civil
that.
rights, 60s.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I remember
what-
my mom voted it when I was in kindergarten. That was 55. So
Yeah, because that's what the suffragettes did. They brought in the ability for women to have a vote, if I remember correctly.
It was the 1800s, I believe.
yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna say it was early.
Early, okay. So see that, but wow, just see that we're
Passed
even
by Congress in 1919 and ratified in August of 1920, the 19th Amendment.
Wow.
Ridiculous. Can you believe that?
No, this is what I'm saying. Like we're just
absurd.
newly getting rights. 100 years women have had the right to vote. A little
That's
over.
probably because it's part of an amendment. It's
Mhm,
probably why we still have the right to vote.
mhm,
Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty that would like to take it away today.
mhm.
Nevertheless, back to astrology of the full moon.
Yes, and what to expect.
Let's see. So our minds and our hearts are being guided to work together. Okay, there's that syncing again. We got to sync
Community.
together. Well, really, this is where we have the T square with Saturn, the Sun, and the Moon. Saturn's in Pisces, so we get that higher consciousness vibe in there. I don't know why I wrote this down, but I thought it was a cool quote. I face my fears to evoke courage.
Wow.
I thought that was cool.
It does take courage to face your fears.
Hmm. And call in your magic. Be visionary. This is mystical energy with that Pisces in there. Well, shoot, with that galactic center in there too.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's higher. That's higher consciousness.
Absolutely.
Saturn's our responsibility, but Saturn's changing as he's at 0 degrees Pisces. Right? That old Saturn, that taskmaster, that one that get to work, get busy, be productive. Now that's not going away. Saturn helps us to cultivate self-responsibility, but we're
Right.
not going to do it under those old, outdated
Methods.
methods where it's profit over people or stepping on people to get ahead, right? So as
Right.
Saturn goes further into
It's
Pisces,
service to others rather than service to self. That's the change.
yes, and that's really crucial though, because he's gonna help us, him and Pluto together, well, with Neptune, they're gonna help us recreate this systems. In fact, they don't even want to say the word systems, they want to say structures, restructuring the structures as
Yes.
spiritually based structures. um which is, it's just so cool. We're gonna get to watch that.
Frequency based will make it compassionate, inclusive, um, community. It'll be all about the feminine aspects that are coming in.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
we
To balance
balance.
that misogyny.
Yeah, because they were distorted too.
Yes.
The males, they were disempowered in a lot of other. Well, it was all insidious, all of it, right? We were all disempowered, but this is really helps us to go. These next couple days, go in and really get your meditate on what is your next step. What is it that really makes your heart smile, that you want to create, that you want to go forward with, so that's how we be the change we want to see, because that's where we're at. All those structures that Saturn is there helping us create these new rules and ways forward, because there isn't a rule book for being a heart-centered, soul-centered person.
True.
So we're the ones at that front line of this awakening. A lot more people will awaken the next few years, and they're going to need help. They're going to need to understand what is really going on.
I think that's why we're all here, is to help them understand. As we grow, they're coming up behind us, and it's our duty to help them as well.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of help being the front runners. We
No.
only had each other.
Yeah. And we found each other. I was blown away. There was other people
too.
because I know both of you were doing what I was doing, what probably everyone here was doing. I'm looking up stuff, researching and going down rabbit holes of every kind from A to Z, trying to figure out what's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I felt like I just read so much. Why don't I understand more?
Yeah.
Then I had to go within. Then I had to leave the books.
Yes.
And go within. And that's the big key. You can only learn so much from books, and then you've got to do it. You just got to do.
You just got to do
it.
And that's that analysis paralysis that we've all been through here and there.
My goodness. Yeah, but it does get easier, doesn't it? Now,
it does get easier.
You have channels. I have a channel where the message is the same message, right? Be the love you are. Yeah, love.
Love.
Unconditional love. That's everything.
Unconditional. Yes.
It's beautiful. It really is. All that to get to the bottom line. Unconditional love. So as the planets go around, and they're never going to stop, but that is the whole solar system, the whole galaxy is raising in vibration.
Absolutely. The whole
And
universe.
yeah, so oh man.
Everything is raising. It's not just us. It's not just
Mhm,
Mother Earth. It's
mhm,
everything.
The Earth is raising. As far as that goes, our universe, everything just continues on. So it's
Hmm.
not just the Earth, and there are other planets that have raised, but
mhm.
it's our time now.
Yeah.
But it's like, the galaxies are raising. So, and they're
And,
watching us because they want to see how we do.
mhm.
Mhm.
And I think they support us more and more because when we decide, right? Because it is for us in form here to decide, and
Yes. As
and
a
we
collective, we have to decide as a collective to raise our vibration. And
Right.
it takes the collective, it takes each and every one of us, because
Mhm.
as we change, so does the collective.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As we raise our vibration, so does the collective. So it's super
Mhm.
important to do the work on your own because
Yeah.
everyone's vibration is needed.
Yes.
It's
So
kind of like I
important.
say, one person at a time. Well, you've got one person at a time, but that's a lot of people.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And it
Our
gets bigger
community
and
is
bigger.
growing and growing and growing. It's
Mhm.
just
Exactly.
amazing.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Because that energy keeps flowing out. That
Hmm.
energy comes out, and it helps raise somebody's consciousness. It helps raise all kinds of things. You feel like you pull that. I mean, I know you ladies do this too, where you just love in all moments, and that just ripples out in every moment. And who knows who it's touching
I
or
know.
helping or healing. You know, so powerful. And well, I'm seeing all of our spirit guides. There's a lot of spirits here. There's a lot of angels. There's a lot of guides, guardians. There's dragons. There's every
Hmm.
everyone is cheering us on and waiting for us to
They
give
are.
one boom, and then you're
Well, each one of us has done the Akashic Records class, and we all can access the Akashic Record. And what is it? What are they doing? It's like cheerleaders everywhere.
Yeah.
Good job, good job. Keep it up, keep it up. You're on your soul path. I mean, whenever you read any of these high vibration people that in the community, that's what we get time and time again is these we have so many angels and guides around us that are cheering us on. It's just unbelievable. And I see it
so
every time I do a reading.
yeah.
It's
So
beautiful.
it is,
And the
and
guides are always going, you go, girl. You got this. You're on your path. Go for it.
and everyone here has a team, guides, guardians, angels. You can
Hmm.
ask. I'm pretty sure everyone here knows to ask for higher vibrational assistance from your team, but if you don't know, it just takes you asking. Put your
That's
hand
all
on
you
your
have to
heart.
do is ask.
Hmm.
It's really amazing.
I was going to pick a card. I don't know what else to say. We're integrating a lot of
Mhm.
energy these next couple of days, and remember not to let that Mars Saturn square, because the external world, the powers that were like to use those Mars Saturn squares for nefarious reasons.
The
So
lower aspects.
yeah. we don't want to we don't want to encourage them. So, and if you see, if they do try something, just send it love. I know it's hard to see.
Yes, like sending love to the Ukraine, sending love to the Orange Menace, sending love to Pootie. All those need our love more than anything else
Yes.
because it's the only thing that can transcend their evil
Yeah.
That's right.
or their
Heartless.
low vibration. I don't really believe in evil. Excuse me for even saying that.
It is so hard to name that. I always say heartless and soulless. Like there's heart centered, soul centered, and then there's a
Low vibrational.
small group of heartless, soulless that really just don't want to see any peace and love.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
So what are we pulling a card on?
Well, let's see, the full moon.
Let's see
Or
what the
does
full
anyone
moon-
want a card? Does anyone want any or have any questions?
Yep. Does anybody have any questions about our full moon? Let us know, please.
I got the pink dolphin. It says celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. So that's how we're going forward through this full moon.
I got let it go.
Nice. Perfect.
And I also,
Release the
And I
past,
got-
forgive, soften, move forward, let it go.
Nice. Perfect.
and this is, I got Mother Earth. You need to support her, and you need to be grounded.
Lovely. What deck were you using, Valerie?
I was using the healing waters.
That's the one I was using.
Healing waters.
Yeah.
That's just so sweet. And then I got the pearl, alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. Oh, I like that. I never pulled that
Wow.
one before.
Just read it again.
It says the pearl, alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. Grace.
Nice.
That is-
Heather.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Aw. Ready, so-
Okay. We have Sandy Beach would like a card. I'm going to pull 2 cards, ladies. Just
Sure.
makes it easier for me.
Sandy
And I'm
Beach.
sorry, but the dog was, this is our second show today, and she is saying, what about me?
Where
Welcome.
Mama?
So,
I like that name, Sandy Beach. That sounds so. I like to be on a sandy beach.
Okay, I actually pulled 3 cards because they went flying out, but I got the sacred well, replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. That's a beautiful card.
Yeah, that is. That one is gorgeous. They're all gorgeous in that.
And immerse yourselves in training, learning, hobbies, or passions. Immerse yourself in something that makes you happy, something that's brings your bliss. And then the ripple effect is you're part of something bigger, details are taken care of.
Oh, wow.
Lovely.
That's nice.
and the 2 cards I got were from the Metatron deck, and the first one was clarity, and go within. I think they want you to go within because the second one is healing your heart.
Oh,
Mm,
Okay.
very nice. I was looking from this dragon deck, and it said dragon lesson. There are times when the dragons have been so fierce that we have become fearful. When you two err, acknowledge this. To recognize what does not belong with you any longer is to free yourself.
wow.
Thought that was pretty cool. I never pulled that one either. A lot of
Interesting.
healing through this full moon. Full moons are for release.
Sounds like it.
Mm. Warrior girl. My warrior girl. Pull her dragon card. They're telling me to stick with the dragon card.
Yeah, I got a healing card. Interesting. First, I got follow the stream, dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans.
Very cool.
That's beautiful. And then I got, I don't even know how to say this, in call, healer, seer, priestess, soul purpose.
I know I have a hard time with that one. I can't say the word in call. Pretty
In
cool.
call.
And the first
Just
one,
know that you are a healer, a seer, and a priestess.
Hmm.
It's part of your soul purpose, and you just need to trust.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
she is.
the first
Heather?
one I got for you was boundaries. You need to set them every day. Okay, so that you protect yourself, but that you need boundaries. And always remember that you are being held.
Mm.
Oh, I love that.
I love that too. I love that too.
Those people that give and give and give and forget to receive, they're the ones that need boundaries.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a good point, ladies. When we were in Scorpio season, right? Scorpio rules boundaries, like of your energetic fields. You know, we all have to maintain those boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Pluto rules Scorpio. That Pluto is when we were talking about the foundation of being in integrity, being authentic and honest and truthful. That helps you create your boundaries. And
Absolutely.
we have what? How many energy bodies? And each energy body needs its own boundary. What will I hear or what will I feel?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all right. So
Hi, Diana.
I got nature for you, warrior girl.
Lovely.
There's a unicorn deck. It says ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals.
Ooh, nice.
That's what Diana does. She goes out there and connects. And yeah, they want me to read this dragon card. Dragon claws. We dragons have faced resistance, but we do not give up. We hold on until finally we break through the barriers. Hold fast. Take from us the strength you need and surge forward. So they're helping you go through what you're going through, warrior girl.
Okay.
Who else we got? Aaron.
No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. It's Cherie that's next.
Hi, Cherie.
Let's see what they have to say.
Yeah.
How you doing, oil painter?
I hope she's feeling better. I think she was.
She not well?
I don't know. I think it was like, when the weather changed, like just kind of
Right.
feeling ucky under the weather.
Is everybody ready? Because I
Go
am.
ahead.
Okay. The first card I got to tell you about. It flew out with about 4 or 5 other cards. And when I have that many, I know it's too many. So I put them back, but this one flew out again. Meaning I knew it was from the same bunch. And it's the void card. And what it's saying is to retreat, rest, and pause.
Hmm.
And the second card turned out to be the card of gold, which is the cup of replenishment. So they want you to rest, retreat, because they're trying to replenish you.
Interesting.
Very
Go ahead,
cool.
Val.
Okay, I got celebration for you, Cherie. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. Here's that one.
Oh, look at that beautiful unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got dragon kin. We send you now people who are your soul family, those who have waited lifetimes to be reunited with you. In chance meetings, in unlikely encounters, there will be, and your soul shall remember. I
Lovely.
almost wanted to cry on that. Thank you. Something
Well, I
coming
got
up.
the cosmic ocean. Current dreams or future realities, new beginnings. Remember, we create our own reality. So make sure that you're creating the reality that you want. And then I've got she who flows, ease, being open to change, go with the flow of life. That's always the best advice. Go with the flow because there are new beginnings, new
Yeah.
things coming your way.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Just
So,
go ahead.
go ahead and finish.
I was just going to say, just don't resist.
I was going to say, it suddenly occurred to me that we keep saying you need to make sure that reality is what you want. So you're basically ignoring that which you don't want. And when I was teaching, the new thing was ignore the behavior you don't want, encourage the behavior you do want. And it's funny how it's
Same
Same.
story.
same.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's cool. So important.
Next, we have Miss Erin.
Sorry, Larry.
This is driving me crazy. If you're ready, go ahead. Whoever's
No, I was-
first.
Right, I wasn't. Good. All right, let's see. Aaron. Cycles. I got cycles for you. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect right now
Mm.
for this full moon.
And then, let's see. Oh, they want me to do this. Goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you.
Nice.
Mhm.
Are you ready, Heather?
Yeah, I had one card that flew out, and it's this one here, and it's called Review and Reflect. You need a timeout.
Time out.
Look at that
You
full
need some
moon.
That
time.
is self-love
It's
time
not
out.
a punishment. You need some time to yourself. And the second one was transformation, and that's where you're looking at light and dark. But you need some time for yourself to reflect and
That's
decide.
great.
Okay.
I've got the Selkie.
Oh,
Come out of hiding. Embrace who you really are. And then I got the planetary wave, soul mission, trust the inner call, trust your soul team. She looks like the Crone on the Sacred Rebel cards.
yeah.
Interesting. Good messages.
Mhm.
Hope they resonate. And then we have Just Read. This is our last one. And you may certainly have a card. Let's see what we've got to say for Just Read.
I got support. Ask for help. Get more rest. Nurture yourself.
Yeah.
And then I got gentleness. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love.
Lovely.
And what I got, the first one was you're also somebody who needs to set your boundaries every day.
Mm.
Okay. You need to know what you will and will not do every day. But they're saying you set your boundaries and then you go with the flow. Just Adeline, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Good one. Okay, I have pulled these two cards, the last three people. I reshuffled them. The last person I reshuffled got different. This one I reshuffled and got the same cards again, and that is the cosmic ocean, our current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. And she who flows, ease, being open to change, go with the flow of life. Those two cards came up 3 times, even with shuffling. That's crazy.
I'd say that's the message.
I
for
think
the-
that's our message of the day.
Yeah. I don't think we need to pull anything. I think that was the
No. And that's
Yeah.
the last one. Did you all went ahead and read, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's it. Oh, Valerie, thank you so much for being here today. I
Oh,
sure
thank you for
appreciate it.
having
Everybody out there in the chat, thank you for being here. And those that are watching and not in the chat, we really appreciate you being here.
We appreciate every one of you. And if you liked it, please thumbs up.
Please. And Valerie, what have you got up next?
Tomorrow night with Oil Painter at 7 p.m. We're going to discuss the Gemini full moon. And then on the 28th at 5 p.m. Eastern, I'm talking Eastern, so at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, I'll be with Allie, Heart and Soul Connected, on my channel.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we're
And
going
we've
to
got, what have we
Magic.
got? Is that it?
We have Tuesday's show.
Tuesday's show, we have a Spirit Guides too. It's a deeper dive into Spirit Guides.
Mm-hmm.
And then next Saturday, we have Nancy Jean from Nancy Jean's Garden. And then the following Monday is a Wisdom Circle. It'll be December, you guys. And it's time for the Wisdom Circle, which will be Sun Psychic Jean talking about vibration and frequency, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a bit coming up. And I just wanted to say blessings to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Please go out and shine your light. Send lots of love out to the universe.
Yes.
All the issues on our planet. I know Mother Earth would appreciate it. And we love each and every one of you and appreciate you being here today. And we'll see you next time, I guess. Valerie,
Thank
thank
you.
you again.
Thank
Love
you, Valerie.
Thank you, David.
Bye, everybody. Send